What's up everybody, welcome to Best Massage Tech, where today I'm taking a look at the Addsfit Mini massage gun. So I've previously reviewed the Addsfit massage gun, so I had to take a look at the Addsfit Mini massage gun as soon as I found out about it. Now, this is something that I expected to see in the industry. As soon as Theragun kind of changed the game with the launch of the Theragun Mini, I expected that a lot of other companies were going to start to create their own versions of mini massage guns. So I'm excited to take a look at really the first one of what I expect to be many over the next few months leading into the holiday season. And so I'm going to start by taking a look at the Addsfit and look at what comes with it out of the box. So out of the box, everything comes in a nice little carrying case, very similar to the full-size massage guns. Everything fits inside of here. You do have the Addsfit branding on the front of it. It has a nice little wrist loop here to make it easy to carry. And then you've got two zippers. Inside of the case, you do have the device itself, which looks just like this. You have an instruction manual that fits inside a nice little pouch on the top. You have your attachment heads and a charging cord. Now, the attachment heads do just slip in real easily. So I've got one of the flat head attachments here. You just insert it in, pretty easy there. Now, this is a device that has a stall force of 27 pounds. So pretty strong for a pretty small device. I was actually expecting it to be a lot less than that. That's about the same as what the Theragun is from what I recall. But where you really get a big difference is in the stroke length, which that's the distance that this little massage head's gonna move back and forth. The stroke length on this is only 6 millimeters. So it truly, to me, feels a lot more like a vibrational device. You think things of like the Hypervolt or those types of devices that are usually between 10 to 13 millimeters, the Theragun at 16 millimeters, even the Theragun Mini is at 10 millimeters. So the fact that this is only 6, it is not moving a whole ton, but the fact that it's got that high stall force does mean that you can really push into it. Now, it does only come with 2 attachments, so I have the flat head attachment in here now. It also comes with what they call the thumb attachment. And the unique thing about both of these attachments is that they're both made out of aluminum alloy. So the whole device itself and the attachments are all metal. First device that I've seen, it's actually something that I really like because it does allow you to get really aggressive with both of these attachments, and how small they are, you can definitely feel the little bit of punch that they pack. It is a 3-speed device. So in order to turn the device on, there's just a power button on the bottom. You press and hold that for about 2 seconds and it comes on. And it's gonna come on the lowest speed here, which is gonna be 1600 percussions per minute. In order to cycle up to the next speed, you just press the button on the bottom once, and it's gonna move up to 2500 percussions per minute. And then if you press it again, it'll go all the way up to 3000 percussions per minute. And you'll see there are some blue lights on the top just indicating what speed level you're on. The light on the bottom, that is the battery level. Now the battery on it, and I'm gonna turn it off here, but just from a noise perspective while I have it on, I'll hold it by my mic. It's certainly pretty quiet. From a battery level standpoint, it's claimed to last 6.5 hours. Now, as always, that's gonna depend on what speed you're using it on and how much force you're applying against that motor, how hard it's gonna have to work. They do recommend fully charging it before first use, which is gonna take about 2 to 2.5 hours. Once it is charging, you're gonna have the light on the bottom that's gonna light up in green once it passes 90% in charge. Otherwise, it's gonna be red. Once you have it on and in use, it's gonna be green as long as it's above 20% charge. If it falls below 20%, it's gonna flash in red. Now, in order to charge it, it does come with the charging cord. It is a USB-C charging port. So USB-C on the bottom of the device, and then your standard USB on the other end of the device. So it does just charge with a computer charger, or if you have your cell phone block, you could just charge it in with that as well. But really kind of convenient just to be able to charge it with that USB. It does not come with any sort of wall outlet. It is only the USB charging cord, but it is really the first device other than one of the recent Life Pros that I reviewed that did have the USB in addition to the wall. So obviously it goes along with being portable. You know, you want to be able to charge it wherever. If you're in a hotel, a lot of times they just have the USB charging port. So In addition, with the battery I mentioned earlier, it is not a removable battery, so it's fully built in. Shouldn't be too much of a concern. You can kind of toss this wherever. If you're traveling with it, you're not going to really have to worry much about weight or space or anything like that. To touch back on the noise, on the lowest level, I measured it around 50 decibels. On the highest level, around 70 decibels. So I'll just go ahead and turn that on one more time while I'm talking about it. So on the lowest speed here, it's super quiet. You know, you can barely hear it even running. It gets a little bit louder once you start massaging yourself, but you can probably hear in my voice here, you know, it definitely is giving a good amount of massage. But again, it's a small stroke length, so you're not getting a ton, but you're able to feel it, especially if you start to press on it. So the weight of this is less than a pound. It weighs 0.8 pounds. It is 5 inches high by 4 inches wide by about 1.5 inches. And just for comparison, and a lot of the ads that you might see on Instagram are gonna use this as a comparison as well, but this is my iPhone 11, so it is smaller than my iPhone. It does come with the case, like I mentioned. The price of this is currently $105. You can get it directly on Addsfit's website. It does come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're just curious, you want to try it out, see if it's something that you like. If you've never had a massage gun, you know, you're not sure about the stroke length and how that's going to play in, you can just purchase it, and if you don't like it, you can send it back. Now, a few criticisms that I have for this device and then these small massage guns in general. For this one, I think the power button is in a very poor location. In order to try to change speeds, you know, it's designed to be used with one hand, so it'd be much easier if the power button was just on the top here, but because it's on the bottom, you either have to use the other hand or flip it over, or, you know, I suppose you could hold it upside down, kind of like a, you know, maybe a little bit of joystick, something like that, but you know, the natural instinct is to hold it this way. The small stroke length on it, again, it's a personal thing for me just because I do like things that are really aggressive, but obviously in making something this small, there's got to be sacrifices, and that was one thing that Addsfit chose to sacrifice with theirs. You know, nothing to really compare it against because I have only tried the Theragun Mini, so I might have some more to say about it once I've checked out a few more of these. But really my biggest complaint about not only this device, but even the Theragun Mini or any other mini massage gun is that it's just really hard to reach a lot of places. Certainly anything on the front side of your body, anywhere that you can get your hand to easily, you can certainly reach it. But when you start to get into your back and trying to get different places that you can't really reach, not having that full-size device with a longer handle, a longer stroke length, it just makes it a little bit more difficult to maneuver around to areas in your back specifically. But obviously a very small portion, but I know a lot of people buy massage guns specifically for their back. So just something to keep in mind. I've said this about the Theragun Mini before. I would never recommend it as your primary device. It's more of a supplemental thing in my mind. So with these mini ones, they're great for travel. They're great for just having in a purse or a backpack just to kind of always have with you. But in terms of being a primary device that you're going to use to fully recover, it doesn't really seem like the answer for me. But you know, the positives, I do like the size. I like how small it is in terms of being a travel device. I don't think you can get much smaller than this. I do actually like that it's all metal. It has a really nice hand feel, and even with the weight, it feels really solid. And I really like the charging port on it. So, you know, a lot of things that I need to get used to with learning and reviewing these, but this is the first one since that Theragun Mini that I've taken a look at. So pretty impressive. Again, it's a little bit more powerful in that stall force that I expected. And, you know, really I've started to move away from what I truly feel about stall force and that importance, but obviously you want to be able to push against it if it is this small. So good job by Addsfit there. I'm not going to give this a Best Massage Tech score just because I have not yet reviewed enough of them to have a full understanding of, you know, what a standard for some of these specifications is, and I don't think it's fair to compare this to the standard devices. So I'm not going to give it a score just yet, but expect to see an ultimate review of some more of these once I have a chance to take a look at a few more of them. But if you have any questions about the Addsfit Mini specifically, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. I do always appreciate those that consider subscribing to the channel. And you know, again, thanks for watching. That's the Addsfit Mini Massage Gun. That's a review.